Hello everyone, my name is Ryan Wagner and I'm a reporter for healthcaretravelertoday.com, and we're your news platform for stories, resources, and updates about the traveling healthcare world and industry. Today we're going to talk about one of our most popular stories on the site that we just published about Kansas joining the Enhanced Nursing Licensure Compact. And to help me out and answer a few of the reader questions that we've got submitted, we brought in Jennifer, who's the Director of Client Advisory at Liquid Agents Healthcare, to help us answer some of those questions. Thanks for joining us, Jennifer.
Hi everybody, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So we're planning to do a lot more videos like this where we answer your questions on the topics that you guys care about. So make sure to tap on that follow button at the bottom of your screen to let us know when, it'll let you know whenever we go live with another video like this. So first off, let's cover the highlights of the story first. So Kansas joining the Enhanced Nursing Licensure Compact. Big deal.
Very big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. They passed, the actual law was called House Bill 2496, and it was signed into law by the Governor Jeff Coyler on Tuesday of this week. The law is supposed to go into full effect July 1st this next year, meaning that Kansas in 2019 will be able to issue multi-state licenses after that date. And then it's also the 30th state to join the Enhanced Nursing Licensure Compact, since they switched over from the old regular nursing licensure compact. Yeah. And that happened on, I believe it was January 19th, a little bit earlier this year.
Right around that time.
Yeah. And there are still 20 other states in the U.S. that haven't joined, 7 of which they have some pending legislation to join onto the compact and become compact states. The reason being that this one is so important is Kansas really got the ball rolling in terms of getting their legislation onto the floor in legislators' hands and approved very quickly throughout the year. I believe they introduced it in early January at some point. And the other states, while they're still in the process, it's been taking them a little bit more time, so hopefully they'll get the ball rolling as well, and they'll be able to pass things
Very hopefully. I'm sure there's a lot of people waiting on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So just first off, I want to ask you the basic question of why is it a big deal that Kansas is a part of the Enhanced Nursing Licensure Compact in the first place?
Well, the reason that it's a big deal is because it's going to allow for more job opportunities in 2 different aspects if you think about it. So any Kansas nurse that goes in and gets this Enhanced Compact license will be able to work in the immediate surrounding compact states. So a lot more job opportunities will come available for them, as well as current nurses who have this compact license. It will allow them to have more jobs and access into the state of Kansas. So really, it's going to open up a lot of job opportunities for a lot of nurses.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think one of the big proponents of it was nurses in the state were asking to become part of the compact because of that the Kansas City dilemma, which is where that's got like a metropolitan area on the state line, between Kansas and Missouri. And so they were having to get single state licenses in Missouri whenever they could have just gotten a compact one previously.
Missouri is already currently compact too.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
A lot.
So this will help with convenience.
100%.
Yeah. So what's the general benefit to a travel nurse having a compact license in the first place? Is it just that ease of use?
Yeah, it really is the ease of access like you were talking about. There are 30 states right now who allow for compact licenses. So it's the ease of access to jump around from each of those states and work within those states in getting jobs. So really it's the ease of access to 30 states that they can go out and find jobs in. And it's very easy. Like I said, once you get it, there's no additional paperwork to work within those 30 compact states. You can just immediately jump right over and work in another state that has a compact license.
Yeah, so it cuts down on that application process. Plus, I think there's a cost-saving benefit to it as well, because once they buy that license, they're only apply for the license, they're only having that one versus a bunch of...
Yeah, it's going to cost people a lot less to have it because you can jump around. So if you didn't have this and you went into a compact state, you would have to get a single state license. Each time you're having to pay to get that license. This is really a one-time fee once you go and get this license to utilize this.
Yeah, which could be a huge pain for travelers who really like to, see the sights and bounce around to a lot of different states.
Definitely.
Makes sense. Now, I'm sure being on the agency side of things, you've gotten a lot of questions from nurses about multi-state licenses. Just either they're curious or they just want to know a little more information.
Yeah.
So what are some of the common questions that you have come across from travel nurses?
I think one of the biggest questions that we get on our side is a lot of nurses have really no clue where they go and apply for these licenses. So a lot of times each home state will have a nursing board website that we will direct them to go and get the link and the information for that. But again, it's separate for each individual state. So
Gotcha.
That's the reason.
Oh, and just to point that out, on the healthcaretravelertoday.com website, hcctoday.com, we have a page under our resources tab. You can click on licensing, and we've got all the information that you'll need to know about, most importantly, it kind of details some of the costs and information about single state licenses, but also provides a link to those state boards. So that way you've got a one-stop shop where you can go and learn more about multi-state licenses that they offer in your state and the whole process.
So you have all the states on there, or is it just the compact states?
Nope, we have all the states on that.
That's awesome. No, I feel like that'd be very beneficial.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so now how much, we mentioned some of the cost-saving benefits, but I imagine it all being under one license, that could possibly be expensive. How much does it cost for a multi-state license?
You know what? A lot of nurses think that that's the case, that it is extremely expensive. And again, it will vary state by state, but it's a one-time fee, like we said before. And roughly what we're seeing is that it's right around the $100 mark. So when you think about paying $100 to $150 and being able to work within 30 states and the amount of job opportunities that it's going to open up for you, it's really not that much. And it's a one-time fee that you're going to go pay for on that, obviously yearly for the year, but again, it's a lot less than what the nurses out there are thinking, which is what scares nurses away from wanting to go apply for it. But right around the $100 mark is what we're seeing.
Yeah, and to kind of add on to that, of course, you're thinking about cost down the line as well, because they won't, once they have that multi-state license, they can just renew that each year.
Yeah, and the processes and the steps for renewing those are really easy. So it makes it all around easier. It saves you on the money and it saves you on the application process, because we all know what those processes can be. They can be long, and even just to renew the license, it helps out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. Now, for nurses who maybe don't travel around to as much different states as other travelers, maybe they only go to one other different state whenever they're looking for jobs.
We've got a couple of those.
Yeah. Is a multi-state license good for them? Will they still be able to work in compact states without a multi-state license?
100%. So if they wanted to go and work in a state that is compact and they don't want to go out and get the compact license, they would just need to go in and apply for a single state license. So it's not to deter anybody away or think that if they don't have it, they can't work within those states. They would just go and apply for the single state license. So they would still have access to it. It's not like we're going to shut them out and say, no, you can't do it, but they would just go in and basically apply for a single state license.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the major questions that I think we had gotten from our readers and that we wanted to cover. So thanks again, Jennifer, for stopping by to help us out with these questions.
Thanks, you guys, for having me.
And thank you to our viewers, for anyone watching. If you want to see more details about our Kansas story that we release on the website, you can go and find more. It's live on hcttoday.com, and you can get a little bit more background from the Kansas State Board of Nursing. They added, their 2 cents in and added some more information and context for that. And we've also got more information about licensing. Like we said, we've got that list. We put together an interactive map of all of the eNLC states where you can go through and see the status of where each state is, if they're compact, if they're not, if they're looking to be. So just for ease of use for you guys. But thanks again, Jennifer. And thanks for everyone out there watching us at Healthcare Traveler Today.
Thank you.